And while it may be small in size, that doesn't mean the G13 Head Up Display is not going to have all of the basic features that you're going to need and want from a simple GPS controlled head up display, because it does. In fact, for an HUD that is so small in size, this is actually a really clever little device. And yes, both visual and audible speed alarms are a feature that is supported with the G13 Head Up Display. So if you're looking for a head-up display just to monitor your speed, simple to use, reliable and affordable, then the G13 Head-Up Display may be what you're looking for. Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, hello and welcome to the channel, and I hope you like today's video. If you like car technology content, then hit that subscribe button because that's what you're going to see on this channel. This here is the G13 Head-Up Display, another member of the G-Series HUD family. The GPS-controlled G-Series HUDs, which is what this one is as well, don't generally have a lot of features, but they are a head-up display that I personally am always a big fan of. And that's for three main reasons. They're a basic design, so they're always very simple to use. They are generally small in size, and they are reliable. Now, if you follow this channel, you will already know that I reviewed another member of its family a few weeks ago, and that was the G15, which is this head-up display right here. Now, while in some ways the G13 is very similar to the G15, it's actually more closer to this head-up display here, the G20, which I have noticed is very popular with a lot of you, and which of course I have also reviewed several months ago as well. And as much as I love the G20, I love the G13 even more, and that's for one main reason. The G13 also has a built-in audible speed alarm as well. Now, just like the G20, the G13 is also powered up off 5 volts and comes supplied with this micro USB cable, and it also comes with this suction mount adapter as well, so you can mount it to your front windscreen. You don't have to mount it to your front windscreen though, because as you can see, it has a very flat bottom design on it, so it can also be stuck onto a flat surface as well, such as your dashboard, and it does come with a little double-sided adhesive tape to do this as well if you want to. I personally like an HUD to be directly in front of me at all times, and that's why I like the feature of this one, how you can mount it onto the front windscreen with the suction mount adapter. It does look good as well, and that way it's always directly in front of me, which is what I want. I don't find that distracting at all. Now, controlling this device is the same as its siblings. It's done using its built-in scrolling wheel here on the top of the device. So you just use this to navigate through the different settings of the device, and pressing the scrolling wheel also works as a simple confirmation button as well, and display mode selection switch. The G13 is not designed to support a lot of features, but it does have all the important ones, such as the ability to change between kilometers per hour and miles per hour. And of course, you can also adjust the speed as well if it is not accurate enough to the speedometer of your particular vehicle. It has the common built-in satellite meter feature here on the top corner, so you know when you have a successful connection between the HUD itself and the satellites above, including a built-in compass as well that you can use for navigating yourself around. And I do like the large size font of this as well. A lot of head-up displays do have built-in compasses, but the font is just so small, so the G13 is great from this aspect. And a built-in clock is also another feature with the G13, but it only supports 24-hour time formats. However, just like the G15, the G13 clock can also be combined with the speed feature of the device as well. So at a standstill, the clock will be displayed like it is now. And when you drive off, as I will do now, the clock will switch to my current speed. And now the head-up display works just like a normal HUD, reading and measuring my speed. And then if you pull over to the side of the road again, as you can see, it now goes away from the speed and goes back to the current time again. I love this feature with the G15, and I love it even more with the G13 as well, especially with its bigger display size font. In my opinion, there is nothing better than a head-up display with large size font. The G13, like a lot of other head-up displays, also has a built-in fatigue driving alarm as well, which by default is set to 8 hours. So after the 8-hour time period expires, the HUD will sound an audible and visual alarm to advise you that it is probably a good idea to pull over and have a rest. This 8-hour time period is of course also adjustable. 8 hours is quite a long time, so I'd probably recommend adjusting it to 2 or 3 hours. This is not a feature everyone would use every day, but it is a good safety feature to have, especially if you're a truck driver that does long trips every day. Audio brightness and dimming is also a supported feature with this device and can also be manually controlled as well if required. I personally find the G13 display to be very clear to see in all light surroundings. The large size font display definitely helps with this as well. It's great visibility. The font size is perfect with all of the G13 features actually. Now, as already mentioned, an audible speed alarm is another supported feature with the G13 Head Up Display, and it does also have a visual alarm as well. However, unlike the G20 and the G15, the G13 does not support multiple speed alarms. It only has the option to set up one speed alarm, which may be perfect for most people. But of course, as the followers of this channel will know, I personally am a really big fan of any head-up display with multiple speed alarms. So I was actually really surprised when I discovered that the G13 only supported a single speed alarm. But that's okay, one is better than none, and because it's both a visual and audible speed alarm, that is more than acceptable. And the speed alarm feature of the G13 head-up display does work very well. I do have to admit though, the audible speed alarm is quite loud for such a small sized device. So to demonstrate this, I have set the speed alarm to 45 kilometers per hour. So when I get up to 45 kilometers per hour, the audible alarm will sound and the little kph symbol at the bottom will flash. So let's test this out. And as you can see, the audible speed alarm is pretty continuous. That is again just for a few seconds though. The speed alarm will eventually stop after a few seconds or until your speed drops below the 45 kilometers per hour speed limit that you've just set. The audible speed alarm can be turned off though if you don't want it on, and that is easily done by just turning off the internal speed alarm buzzer, which is simple as just pushing and holding the scrolling wheel to the left for about 2 seconds until it beeps 3 times like that. Repeating the same procedure again will turn it back on. So when it beeps 3 times, the buzzer is off and the speed alarm is off, and when it beeps 2 times, back on again. If the speed alarm is still set and you turn the buzzer off, the kph symbol, or mph symbol if you're using mph, will still flash when the speed alarm is triggered to give you a visual notification alone instead. The G13 also supports 4 different display modes as well, and they are the speed itself, the clock by itself, the speed and the clock combined. As I demonstrated to you before, the clock is always displayed at a standstill, and when you start driving away it will then change back to your speed again. And then there's the satellite meter as well, and you've of course got the compass in the background of all of them, but you can turn that off as well if you don't want it. You can also change the color of the lighting as well. For the main display you have 7 colors to choose from, which are white, dark blue, green, cyan blue, red, pink and yellow, and then back to white again. But you can actually also change the color of the upper display as well, and again you have the same 7 color options. So you've got your dark blue, your green, cyan blue, red, pink, yellow, and then back to white. And that completes the tour of all of the G13 head-up display's features. So it's a nice and simple head-up display, and all the basic features have been included, which makes it a great head-up display for many to own, including myself. From my experience with the G13 so far, It does work very well, and as expected, just like the other G series HUDs that I have reviewed before, it's also been very reliable. The G13 HUD is probably another one of my favourite HUDs that I can add to my list. I seriously do love this head-up display. At the time of this review, the G13 is going to cost you approximately 40 New Zealand dollars, so it's just a little bit cheaper than the G15, and apart from the size of the device, the other main difference would be the G15 has multiple speed alarms, whereas the G13 doesn't, as you've already seen. If you want a really simple, easy to use, small and compact size, but also very reliable HUD that you can also attach to your front windscreen, then I could highly recommend the G13. It is a fantastic head-up display, and as I said before, it's one of my favorites. Anyway guys, that now brings us to the end of another video, and thank you so much for watching. I have put a link in the description area below for anyone who is interested in purchasing a G13 head-up display for themselves. It's definitely an HUD that will be pretty much perfect for the majority of people looking for an HUD that they can use just to monitor their speed. Plus the built-in clock is a useful feature as well, and it does have a pretty attractive looking and large display as well, which will be important to a lot of people. Anyway, if you like this video or found it helpful, then please like, share, comment and subscribe to the channel, where you can watch even more videos, which I upload every week, and I hope to see you all in the next video.